Italy, in the wonderful Emilia-Romagna region, famous for things like balsamic vinegar, Parma ham, Parmesan cheese, and a small car company called Ferrari. This is Maranello, the home of Ferrari and a mecca for anyone with even the slightest interest in cars. Behind these very gates, Ferrari designs and builds some of the world's greatest performance cars, and this week we've been given exclusive access. This is the state-of-the-art facility where the fabulous V8 and V12 engines come to life. It's a spotlessly clean, modern factory with plenty of natural light, enough for a bit of greenery to grow. And it's a really nice place for some of the 3,000 employees to work. But Ferrari isn't content with what they have and is building an all-new production facility on site to help with increased production when the new, smaller V8 model joins the range later this year. You really get an atmosphere of the history and the sense of family surrounding Ferrari as you walk around. The original factory buildings are mixed in with new ones. We even spotted the fancy new staff restaurant being built. It's now on site so workers don't have to waste their own time during their lunch breaks. Maranello isn't only about designing and building Ferraris, it's also about the race team, which we'll see in a little while, and it's also about the Ferrari Museum. And it isn't as though there's not a lot to do around here. Just up the road you've got Ducati, you've got Lamborghini, and you've got relative newcomers Pagani. But for now, enter the world of the Ferrari Museum. As you can see from this wall behind me, Ferrari has something of a history in Formula One, and it's one of the few Formula One teams to successfully transfer what it does on the track to what it does on the road. Take this car for example, number 27, the F189, the first Formula One car with a paddle shift operated gearbox, something that's pretty commonplace in road cars of all prices today. Now this car actually means something to me personally as well because it was driven by my boyhood hero, Nigel Mansell. And Formula One brought bang up to date, this is the car that Kimi Raikkonen won the 2007 Formula One World Championship in. And if you thought that car was worth a lot of money, take a look at this. This is one of the very first Ferraris ever built. It's a 1947 Ferrari 125S in perfect condition, probably priceless. What I love, you can see the little hole where you used to put the crank handle in to start it up. The great thing about this museum is the ever-changing exhibits. Some cars belong to Ferrari, some are on loan from customers, and some have been through Ferrari's Classic Aid programme, where the factory restores a car to its original spec and condition and can authenticate it. And as with all good theme parks, and Maranello is pretty much a theme park for car nuts, there's a retail experience too. It's no surprise that Ferrari makes 25% of its income from merchandising. And this is where Ferrari tests its Formula One cars, the Fiorano test track. It's just a stone's throw away from the factory, handy for the development of the road cars too. Oh, by the way, if you want to, you can actually buy a Formula One car. This is probably the closest I'm ever going to get to driving a Ferrari Formula One car, but join us next week on whatcar.com when I'll be behind the wheel of the Ferrari 430 Scuderia. I can't wait.